Okay, continuing on with the part one of the lesson, and this is part two of the sit down lesson, which is in the news article I just showed and read from part one of my video. So this is part two, continuing on with the video in the news of the United States soon want to act fast on a nuclear deal. If not, they'll take necessary actions. But I don't know what the necessary actions are going to be. But United States kind of feel like Iran is dragging on the deal, and taking its own time with the deal, because the United States want to act fast on this deal. And they want to have a good and precise deal, a good nuclear deal, which they had in 2015. They trying to renew talks and trying to renew a deal between the United States and Iran. But then again, you got your counterpart ally, United States, which was Israel. Israel have a grudge between, Israel have a grudge between Iran, I believe. So, they've been having this grudges for pretty long while now. So, and that's why it's been a lot of hurdle and a lot of impatient from the United States. And because United States, they're allies, because they're allied with Israel, they're allied partner, both countries, United States and Israel. So Israel kind of feel like United States should negotiate with them, because they might be, they might be dangerous, like the speaker of Iran. I don't know, he's a counselor of oh no, let me take that back. Let me rephrase that. I meant to say it was Israeli. I don't know if he's a top general or something like that of the IDF or something like that. He made a statement. It was about like a month ago when I was reading an article about it. He was saying they gonna take necessary action against Iran. If Iran continue to with their nuclear capability, with the rich uranium of nuclear developments of their missiles defense system and everything, and building military missiles defense, just in case anything goes down. So that's why the president, I think the commander general of Israeli of IDF, over there in Israel, he made a statement, and he was very serious about his statement of what he said. If Iran do something out of the ordinary to want to start war with Israel, they got their missiles locked and loaded, and they'll be prepared if necessary if Iran take different direction steps. So Israel saying to the United States, don't trust Iran with this nuclear deal. So hey, and then this scripture comes to mind right here. As I was discussing that, and I was reading a news article about United States want to take action very soon if Iran don't want to. I guess they want to try like a different alternative action if Iran backs off the deal and they not interested in it. So this is a scripture right here to probably back that up. This is the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 3. For when they say peace and safety and sudden destruction come upon them as a travail, a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Right, because these negotiations, hey, because long as Israel keep on pushing that the United States not take this deal with Iran, because Israel believes Iran is a threat. It's a threat to their country, and they're a threat to the whole world. This is not coming out of my mouth. This is coming out from the top general of Israel, of the Israeli IDF. He made that statement. He made that bold statement a month ago. So I was just reading on what he said. So hey, when the United States and Iran trying to come up with this deal, Like the scripture says, 1 Thessalonians 5:3, for when they say shall peace and safety, a sudden destruction. That's that tempting of of preparation for war. And Israel, they ready to go to war with Iran. Just like another scripture says, the you shall hear wars and rumors of wars, and nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and that's what you're seeing between Iran and Israel. And then over there in the West Bank, over there in that area, in that region, you got the Palestinians. I read a news article about not too long ago. I believe it was yesterday. 5 Palestinians got killed when they had clashes with the Israeli soldiers. So 5 of them got killed in a clash over there in the West Bank area, all over there. And so when they try to say peace and safety, sudden destruction come upon them. Because that scripture right there shows us that nation shall rise against nation. And you got the Hamas and the IDF. Israelis, they not get along with each other. They're clashing with each other. So hey, these are the the times that we are living in, and expect to see more of that. Of those two different nations or group going against each other. So now, as far as this Iran and Israel deal, I mean, as far as the United States and Israel coming to a nuclear deal, I kind of expect not to see a deal not too soon, because you still got United States counterpart ally, which is Israel today. So Israel just keep on pushing that the United States to not trust the Iranians, with this nuclear deal, because the Israelis believe, Iran is a dangerous threat to the world and a dangerous threat to Israel as well, too, and the United States. So Israel is pushing the United States not to negotiate any deals with Iran. So that lets you know it's right there. Hey, expect to see more increases of nations rise against nation. You shall hear wars and rumors of wars. Behold, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe coming quickly. I roughly paraphrase with those scriptures. So I just wanted to do continue on with part 2 of this sit-down lesson in the news, and backing it up with biblical scriptures through the Holy Scriptures as well too. So with that, I hope this was edifying through the spirit, power, grace, and mercy of Yahweh Yahushua. And first and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Akakadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles of Great Millstone, preaching his word truthfully, faithfully, strongly, and sincerely. Shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching his word truthfully, faithfully, strongly, and sincerely. Until next time, I will say shalom.